You know what? Honestly, I don't actually know what to introduce you as because you're like dancer, actor, model,
No, you actor.
influencer.
I don't even know either. Honestly, I don't.
Well, what are you even into? Teacher? You're a teacher as well.
Well, I have to behave because I'm a dance teacher at high school.
Oh, yeah.
I need to realize I need to behave and.
Yeah, true. Because your students might listen to this, eh? Oh yeah. So what do they call you at school?
They call me Sir. They call me Miss. They call me Elvis, and I just go along with anything and everything, to be honest.
Well, Elvis, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Like, I know that you're so busy. Well, you're not gonna lie, I've been sliding your DMs for ages trying to get you.
I'm so sorry. Honestly, I just don't even check sometimes. Just so many people that there's so many people in there I have to scroll through, and I'm just like, if they're not hot, I'm not tapping. No, I'm kidding.
If you see the profile picture, is that what you do? Like,
yeah, I
the
do. I look at the profile
like...
picture and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so cute. And then I scroll on their page like, oh, they've got a whole family. I better not. Or they're married, and I'm like, I better not.
Okay, well, I'll change my profile picture if I'm trying to get your attention.
To a hot ass guy, then you'll get my attention.
Okay, cool. I remember that. But hey, I just appreciate you being here because I know you're so busy. But how are you? How's everything?
Everything's great. Yeah, I have been quite busy this year. I'm a dancer for the royal family, as you know. Mm-hmm. We just came off a New Zealand tour a few weeks ago, and then I was back into work teaching at school, and then I was just trying to do all my content in between all of that as well. So
look at you,
yeah.
eh? How does your teaching job work around that? Like, are they all good with you?
Yeah, well,
taking time because you're at Manurewa High, right?
Yeah, I'm at Manurewa High School represent.
South represent.
Yeah, I know. As they hired me, they already knew what I was as a person, so they shouldn't have expected anything like less from me. I always ask though, like if there's anything you don't want me to post, you just let me know. But I always go through my HOD and I just show her. I'm like, oh, do you think this is all good? If I feel like it's a bit, off the mark, if you get what I mean. But no, then my HOD comes back and she's like, oh, just post it. It's you. Who cares? Like type
that's
vibe.
awesome.
So she's really cool and supportive.
I'm glad that they support you with that kind of stuff because I mean, it's been a ride for you this year, especially.
Definitely.
Hey, because I first met you. Gosh, this would have been going back. When was it? Like a couple
years ago.
Eh? When Paris came and helped us out when I used to work at another radio station. We did like a promo, and Paris Goebel, shout out Paris, she came along, and then you guys were there as well. Which, are you right?
I just burped because of the hot chocolate. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing! I was trying to hold it in for so long.
This is a podcast. It's not live radio, so you can just do whatever you want to do. Like, burp, fart, like have your hot chocolate, do whatever you want to do. This is not professional. Not professional at all. Yeah. So we're all about just relaxing
cool.
and
relax now.
Yeah, we'll just take a deep breath. Have a hot chocolate. Yeah. It's a Sunday. We're recording this on a Sunday, so I mean,
who's even awake on a Sunday?
I know, us. What are we?
I know. What the heck?
Yeah, we do this because it's important. It's important, right? Important messages to share. How did your busking go yesterday?
Oh my gosh! Let's just say, if I can do that, I can do anything. Like I literally threw all my morals and pride out the window. The busking video will be out soon if it's not already. If these guys are listening later, anyway, it'll be out soon. And me and Lancey just thought we'd do a busking challenge. Don't know why the heck we would go to Sylvia Park and embarrass ourselves in front of like all these people. We didn't realize when we were like, we just thought we'll go do our busking and just few people will come stand. Yeah. It ended up building like a little crowd, so then we got really bad anxiety and we're just like, what the heck? Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Like you could see both of us like, no, you go. So like, yeah. But anyway, we made like some good money. We only did it for like 20 minutes. Oh. We made like over $200, so we're happy with that. We went night markets after that and spent all the money.
Did you? Yeah. Well, because Sylvia Park is not the quietest place.
No, it's not.
And I feel like if there's any kind of like, action going on, people, they're just like,
they gravitate.
They gravitate towards it. They're like, oh, what's that noise? And then you would have had like so many people. So what were you dancing or singing?
I was doing everything. I was dancing, I was singing, I was representing my country tonga. I had my Tongan flag, I had my wig, I was being bad girl, Riri, wind your waist, figure eight, rock the boat, what a guan. I was doing everything, like literally, but I felt like I had to channel my ancestors to help me out on this one, because I was like, please, if there's anything I need help with, it's now, because there's so many people watching. But Tongan people or just poly people in general, we just love performing, to be honest. We don't care what we look like or what we do.
Yeah,
we just leave it all on.
When did you first start performing? Because for me, I'm Cookie, right? And for me, when I was like, since probably like 2-3 years old, my nana would like get up, do the hula, like in front of everyone. And I was like 3 years old. There's photos of me, like, I look sad as like, okay. And then everyone would come and like put the dollars
Yeah. That's the only reason why we did it. No, I started performing years ago back in primary school when I knew I was unique, different. My sister just used to put me into the talent quest, but because she was the judge, because she was the older one, she was like the school leader of the school, but they used to do it. She just tell me to do it. I'll dance and I always make the final and come first. That's hence why I was like, okay, I want to be a performer. Yeah. So that's when I knew I wanted to dance or just be an entertainer.
Did you just love the feeling?
Yeah, I just love the feeling of just dancing in front of people. Yeah, all the kids used to turn their heads and laugh and, cheer or like whatever it was. But I was like, I'm living my best life here on stage.
Yeah, because you're very confident, right? Yeah. But you said when you were busking, you got quite shy and embarrassed and anxiety. Like, is that a normal feeling for you?
Yeah, like it takes a lot to put yourself out there, because even though you say I'm so confident, rah, you still have the back of your head like, oh my gosh, what the frick are you doing out on here? Like you're embarrassing yourself. So it always just comes into your head. You always have that slight sneak in of that thought. But no, other than that, when I came off, like I was like, let's just get out of here. I think back at it and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck.
Well, exactly. You're already there, right?
I really did it. Like, what else is there to do? We have to come and put on the show that we told everyone we're gonna do. It's too late now to back away, so yeah. It's
probably like more embarrassing if you like pull out and then everyone's like, these guys build
exactly.
up. So because you do a lot of content with Lance. Is Lance like one of your best mates? Or?
Yeah, I would consider him as one of my best mates. He's just an awesome guy. I was just trying to break that barrier of, because honestly, people are just like, it feels like, gay people can't hang around with straight people. Like it's not a thing. So that's why I mean, like with me, him being one of my best mates, it breaks that barrier or stereotype or whatever. Like you can be friends with whoever you want. It doesn't matter who it is. Like,
has there been the rumors yet that you and Lance are dating?
No, a lot. People just comment that and I'm just like, what the f***? Like people are just in the head.
Yeah, it's same as me, because one of my best mates is gay. Like really, like I guess your whatever people want to stereotype gay, right? Like short hair, whatever. And we hang out all the time. Like we have sleepovers, like we do everything together. We're just best mates. But everyone thinks that like we're together. I'm like, oh my god, guys, people can actually hang out without being together. Like, even if you both like girls,
It's like the whole thing. Even when I'm working with my friend that's a girl in the mall, there's sorry, I'm burping again.
Oh, that hot chocolate.
What did you put in this?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Kill me?
Yeah, surprise.
Oh my gosh, just.
I wanted to make headlines somehow, so I just like.
Could be good news on Monday. No, so like when I was working with my friend in the mall, she's a girl, but there's people that sell stuff on the side. Oh, yeah. They're like, would you and your husband like to? I'm like, me? Her husband? Look at me. And I start talking, they just start laughing. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with you guys? Honestly. They're just judging us. Like, it's just my good friend. And they just like, is this your partner? Is this your husband? Would you like to try this? I'm like, oh my gosh. Do I really look that cute to be like, straight?
Yeah. Do you get offended at all?
No, I don't get offended. I just laugh. It's hilarious because I'm like, wow, I actually look that butch to be like someone's husband. But I always get it. Even when we were in Samoa, we were sitting there eating and the Samoan ladies come in, they say, is this your husband? Yeah. I'm like, darling, baby, honey, wait till you hear me speak.
Yeah, well, I guess they don't really want to like judge, come up and like make you feel like excluded or anything like that. But so are you? Did you say you're Tongan?
Yeah, full Tongan.
So you're full Tongan. Yeah. Oh, true. What is that like? Were you born here?
I was born in here. I was born in Green Lane National Women's. Okay. I think like the rest of us 1990 babies. Yeah. I was born here.
Okay, cool. And how's what do you like with your cultural side of your family?
I love my cultural side. I'm not fluent in speaking Tongan, but I do know how to speak Tongan here and there. I do understand everything though. Yeah. But I'm not close to it as much as I want to be.
So is that a journey for you as well?
Yeah, that could be a journey. It could be. I haven't latched onto that journey, but I will get to there. I will get there one. Yeah. One time or another.
That's like me. Like when I was growing up, I was like, because that saying, like I felt like I was too white for the brown girls, too brown for the white girls, and then I was like, oh, and you add your sexuality on top of that. I was like so confused. I was like trying to like identify with my cultural side and then my sexuality. I was like, God, this is so confusing. Now there's like people that just knew who they were, at 16 years old. I was like, oh, must be nice.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's just a journey for all of us, really. Hey, but that's the beauty of it. Because how old are you now? You're like 30.
30?
Oh, so you said you were born in 1990?
No, I said the 1990 babies. I'm 1994. I'm 27. Still young. Thank you. All my friends turned 30.
Yeah, I'm 30 this year too.
Oh, look at you. Yeah, all my older friends, because I hang out with older people, they all turned 30 this year. I'm like the youngest one in the group, so.
Yeah. Because I'm up to that as well, like going to all the 30ths and stuff, and everyone's like having babies.
That's how you know we're old, eh? Because like, I just felt like years ago we were turning 21-year-olds. 21st.
The 20s go fast.
It does. I felt like it did.
I remember when I was like turned 21, I was like, I got ages until I'm 30.
And then
I turned 25 and I'm like, oh, okay, it's getting pretty close. And then boom, like that 25 to 29, that's a blur. Yeah. I don't even remember
because I went to our 21st birthday recently and I was like, is this what we really acted like at 21? Feels like they're still 18. Do you get what I mean? So I was just like, I thought I was old at 21 when I turned 21. Like, but man, I was like, these people are so immature.
Yeah, I think because I was talking to Storm before about. Have you been to R&V before?
No, I've been to RNA though.
Oh, okay, yeah,
same thing.
Yeah, kind of, just different places. Well, I went to R&V, but I went when I was like 18, 19, and I think back then I was just like, I would not be able to handle that now if I went down there. Like people like poo in each other's tents and like
they
just do like real nasty stuff, eh? Like,
is that a thing? They just poo in the tent and do what? Just leave it and sleep next to it?
No, like they'll poo in someone else's tent.
Oh.
Like, like that, like they're so out of it that they just like, because I don't know if they do the campground now. I think they might have stopped that. But this was back in my day. So it was so crazy. And I think back now I'm like, how did I do that? Like at 18, 19 years old.
But that's okay because it's fun, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess when you're 18, you're like, cool. But I feel like now I'd be like, that's disgusting. Clean your shit up. Like literally clean your shit up. So you're right. Like that, the growth. We're all about the growth. But okay, sheesh. How long, I feel like we've got a little bit of your backstory now. But I mean, because we all see the funny Elvis that makes content on social media. And I mean, your videos blew up with Lance over lockdown, right? How did you guys come up with that content? Like those content ideas? Because I struggle to find content, ideas. And then here you guys are having one a day, and I'm like, whoa.
Oh, that honestly, it's because we had nothing to do. Imagine just being in a room. Yeah. You got nothing to do, so you just come up with stupid ideas. We literally knew from when we left LA, we're like, let's be roomies and let's just be stupid in quarantine because there's nothing else to do unless scratch each other's back. But like, you know what I mean?
That'll start the stories all over again.
Like, oh my gosh! So we just literally got into a room. We literally just had to stay in this room or go outside, stay in the room. So we're just like, let's just come up with stupid videos, and that's what we did. Like, I'll wake up and be like, hey, I'm going to go outside for a walk and I'll be back. And then we'll talk about what we're going to do today. Yeah. And I'll come back in. He's on his laptop just doing his own stuff. I'm like, okay, let's do this. And then we'll just go back and forth with our ideas. Yeah. And we're like, hopefully this works. And then we'll film it. Yeah. We'll edit it. And then we're like, ooh. We don't know if we thought that because we made a ghost one. Did you say a ghost one?
Yeah. With the sheets.
We thought that was going to be really dry because there was no talking in it. It was literally just quietness. But we found out that actually was one of our funniest ones that we put out there. Yeah. Even though we just didn't know what the crowd was going to react, but we didn't care. We're just like, we're stuck in quarantine. This is for everyone. Yeah. So yeah, it was just that going back and forth.
I think it's quite cool with Kiwi humor. Like everyone's dry.
Yeah.
Like if you look at something and you're like, oh, it's so dry.
But someone else might find it funny.
Yeah. Like I feel like a majority of people will be like, God, it's so dry. You know? And the people that don't laugh, they're probably like, oh, no, their humor is just like, why would they even follow you anyway? It's just like, okay, Karen, like over there, you can go over there with your other content pages. Yeah. But no, that was absolutely hilarious. Yeah. Because I saw those through lockdown. I was just like, oh, thank you so much. Because where were you guys coming from when you were making?
We came from LA. We were doing Savage Fenty over there. Lancey was in the show. I was Paris's assistant.
Sorry about it. So tell us a little about that. Can you tell us about
it was great. I just went over. Just Paris was like, come over. She just honestly, I love you so much, Paris. If you listen to this,
can I just say she is like killing the game.
She's the bomb.com. Honestly. Not only is she just my dance choreographer, she's one of my best friends. So we call on each other all the time.
Yeah. And is she based in LA?
Yeah, she's based in LA.
Can you just go over obviously COVID's a bit now, but like if you want to go LA, you're like, Paris, I'm coming over, I'm going to stay at your house.
Yeah.
I think she actually said to, when I was doing a promo with her like a couple years ago, she was like, if you want to come to LA, like just let me know. Yeah. Like that's how humble she is.
Yeah, she is. She's like so like, everyone thinks that she's human. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, girl, everyone needs to relax. She's human. Yeah, she's great. She just went and stayed at her house.
Cool.
And she's like, here's a towel, like it's normal. People don't think like, here's your towel, like here's your room, like they think that she has chaperones or something. I'm like, girl, we're just normal people. Pollies.
Yeah. That's why like that was such a poly inviting thing for her to do, like just like, oh yeah, just come over.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like
It's a thing that we do though. That's such a poly thing.
Yeah, no matter where you are in the world, it's like
just come over, stay at mine.
Yeah, like mattresses in the lounge, like
yeah,
even
exactly,
like,
exactly. Sleep on the couch.
Yeah, four-post beds or anything like that.
About Cinderella's bed. Who cares? You're sleeping on the ground.
Yeah, grateful.
Yeah, grateful.
Anyway, yeah.
Grateful.
Oh, that's so cool. So, did you get to meet Rihanna when you were over there?
Yes, I did get to meet Rihanna. I met everyone. Obviously, you know, being her sister, I had to follow her around. Yeah. Like Rihanna, I walked past her, but her name's Robin.
Do you have to address her as Robin?
No, you just have to, you know, it's just
you don't want to be like, Rihanna.
Yeah, Rihanna. Like, it's like Robin. And her best friend's name's Melissa, if you still don't know.
Oh, okay. The best friend, eh?
Yeah, her best friend's Melissa. Anyway, so yeah, I did meet Robin. I also met like Paris Hilton. Like it was just like I just met so many, you know, superstars, but you have to stay professional.
Yeah. So what were you like when you were meeting these?
Inside, I was like screaming, but like on the side, I was holding the laptop.
Yeah.
Arch back, straight back, actually, just like, you know, being there. And she's like, "Go get my lunch." So I'll go get her lunch, come back. But you know, it's a whole thing. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, these superstars. Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, this Robin, that's Paris Hilton, that's, you know. Willow Smith, that's like, you know, just all these different like high top celebrities. And there was a waiting room as well, which I had to film in this waiting room because she just wanted to see the playback of the videos. Yeah. And they used to come and sit right next to me because I had to be right at the TV and just to wait in the room. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're literally, I could touch these celebrities.
You weren't burping then, or?
No, it wasn't burping. I was like... being very professional. It's like, did you want some water, darling? Like, you know, like, no, I'm fine. Like me acting as if I run the whole show.
Is there anything you need?
Exactly.
Do you need an assistant?
I
I
know.
can help you out if you want me to stay on. Oh, what a cool opportunity.
It was so cool, and I loved it. I'm so grateful. It taught me a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was great.
Was everyone cool? Like in real life?
Everyone's lovely. Yeah, everyone's cool. Like I said, human.
Yeah, they're just human.
Yeah, they're just human. But everyone puts them like on this thing, but I'm just like, no, everyone's cool. Everyone's really nice.
They're just creatives.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Have got a platform and that have like, you know, made it. So I guess if you can relate to that as well, you know, and just understand that they just want to do what they love,
exactly,
and appreciate that, then they'll probably feel that and know that as well. Because at the end of the day, they just want to get treated like humans as well.
Exactly, they cry.
Yeah,
they eat, they shit the same way as us.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It's the same.
Yeah, they fart and burp and do all that as well.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy heck, you met Rihanna. Oh, sorry, Robin.
Yeah, Robin.
So what's the plan? What's the plan now for you?
The plan now. So I'm going back to LA. Can't say what it is for yet. So I'm going back in
You're gonna be on a movie,
3 weeks. No, I wish I was on a movie. Just going back to There's one say I wish.
Just start a rumor, Roy.
Yeah, let's just start. Should we just start a rumor? Guys, I'm back to LA. I'm doing a Netflix program.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
You're gonna turn on Netflix in a year, and Alice is gonna be the star of
the show. It's just.
I'm gonna get your autograph right now.
And then come next to they're like, remember when you said you were on Netflix?
Like, oh, got cancelled, right?
Shut up. No, yeah, going to LA in 3 weeks, and then coming back, and then doing an Australian tour of the royal family.
Whoa, cool.
But in between all of that, I still want to just try push heaps of content out so I can just keep making myself better, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, because you're getting awesome opportunities. Let's talk about the Champion campaign as well. That was so cool.
Yeah, so I was actually on the New Zealand tour when I got that email from my agency. Shout out to JNL. Yeah, my agency sent me that, and I was like, what the heck? Like, I was like, champion model, what the heck?
Yeah.
Like, you just wouldn't think that me, like I said on my post, if you've seen it, like me being who I look like, how big like my plus size look, I just thought I wouldn't be able to seize that opportunity. But when they offered it to me, I was like very grateful. Like I went to Melbourne, stayed in the hottest hotel, the W Hotel.
Is that the one with the video?
Yes, that's the one with the video. I didn't even know what the W Hotel was. It's not until Lancey was like, where are we staying? I was like, sent him the itinerary, and he's like, what the f***? And I was like, what are you talking about? Is this hotel shit? Because I didn't even know what the W is. I'm like, what the heck? And he's like, this is such a cool hotel. And then we went, and it was just like really
and that's the video, and you're like, my daddy owns this.
Yeah, my daddy owns this hotel.
That looked flash.
It was so flash. Like, I think the pool was like right up in the sky. And then it had all these lights, and everything was just so nice there.
What do you do? What's the first thing you do in a hotel?
Oh, I just check out everything in the hotel. I touch everything. You know when it says don't touch? That's me. I'm touch. Yeah, like touch everything in the hotel. Jump on the bed. Yeah, it was just, it's a whole thing for me. I'm just like, whoa. Yeah. Unless it's like the Sodema and Christchurch, it's very boring. We stayed for quarantine. I was like, stink.
Shout out to the Sudema.
Yeah,
Sudema,
like,
if you're listening, still keen for 3 nights though.
Still love you guys. From, still love you, but it was so like, compared to the W, Oh my gosh.
Must be like a one letter thing. Like they don't actually need a whole name.
Yeah,
like,
they're
so
don't.
good.
Yeah.
They're just like one letter.
Yeah,
that's,
W.
That's all we need. And like Lance knew what it was just from one letter.
Exactly.
That's when you know it's good.
Yeah.
So back to Champion.
Yeah.
So are you an ambassador for them, or was that just a Pride Month?
It was
thing?
just a Pride Month sort of thing. So I was an ambassador for the Pride Month range that they just let out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just like we went. There was 5 of us, 5 talents. We sort of just first time meeting each other, and they were just so lovely. Everyone that came was just so lovely. Even the directors, everyone made us feel so comfortable. All the clothes that they gave us was really nice. And I didn't realize that we were going to be plastered up in, the windows and the alleyways and stuff in Australia. So yeah, it was just a big moment for me. I felt like that really boosted my confidence and made me realize if I can do that, like I said, I can do anything once again.
Just there's so many opportunities.
Yeah, there
is. Right at your what's the saying? Right at your doorstep.
Right at your doorstep.
Right at your doorstep.
Yeah,
is that the same?
I think so.
Okay, we'll okay. So what? Where can people see your the Champion shoot?
So if you just want to go buy things on Champion, I think we're still on the website, which we're just modeling on the website, or it's on the Champion.
Blue, eh? Is that everyone's got a colour?
Everyone's got a colour. I've got the blue one.
Bright blue, eh?
Yeah,
it's
radiant, it's
teal,
a radiant.
aqua. Yeah. I was like, oh, it suits you.
It looks cute, eh? Yeah, no, you can just go on the Champion website or Champion Instagram, or just go on my page and you can just see me and my story there.
Yeah, because I remember Champion, I think I was probably 15, 16 years old when that brand, and I was like I used to love that brand, but it's only really just come out.
Yeah, it faded out for a little bit, and then it came up, and then I'm laughing because the night markets are selling it for $5.
Like the rip-off version of it.
Yeah, and I'm like, why and they sell Nike, they sell everything. I'm like, oh my gosh, night markets are doing the absolute most.
Are you a fan of night markets? Because you said you went last night.
I love the night
mate.
markets, not the clothing side, because that's all fake stuff.
But
I
it
love
looks
the
legit.
Food. It does look legit.
Hey? Yeah.
But then you see every Tom, Dick, and Harry wearing, and they're like, okay, how did everyone get all their clothes? Night markets.
Night markets.
But it's okay, it's cute. Not saying it's bad, but
Yeah, yeah. Where were you brought up?
I was brought up in Ellerslie.
Oh, true.
When I was younger, I was Ellerslie for 13 years, ever since I was born. I went to One Tree Hill College.
Okay.
It was Penrose back then. Then we stayed in Ellerslie, then we moved to Mount Wellington, Otahu. So that's where I've been since.
I just moved to Ellerslie yesterday.
Oh, did you?
You have to tell me all the spots.
Oh, you'll love it.
I don't even know anywhere around there.
Yeah,
so I'm lost as because I'm from South. That's where I was brought up.
Oh, yeah.
So,
whereabouts in South?
Papakura.
Oh,
so I was born in Manurewa, and then I moved to Papakura when I was about 9 years old, and then stayed there until I was about 18. So that's my hood. I know South Auckland, but now I live in Ellerslie because work's town, and I'm just what is this town like? I don't even know.
It's cute. It's actually really cute. You'll get all the kids from the school come over to catch their bus or buy fish and chips. It's a whole thing there.
Oh, real? Okay, cool. Well, after this, you can give me some spots to go and eat and stuff like that, because there's Sylvia Park's not far.
Yeah.
So that's good. So let's go back to you with your Tongan side and growing up. Because do you identify as gay, or are you just kind of is what it is?
It is what it is, to be honest. Yeah, I don't say that I'm gay.
Yeah.
Not that I'm embarrassed or anything. I don't even give
Yeah,
I just mean I just don't run around hey everyone, I'm gay.
Yeah.
Everyone already knows. But I don't have to tell them. So I'm just me. I just love being Elvis.
Yeah. And has your family been all good with that?
Yeah, because like I said, Dad hasn't been in my life. Who cares about that? That's not even why we're here. But Mum.
You can talk about whatever you want. Hashtag relatable.
Yeah, it's bye Dad. Who cares about him? See ya. Missing pieces. No jokes.
Where is that show? Where did that show
I don't know, but I loved watching that show because you know why? I used to be I want to go and look for my dad. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, well, I'll start another podcast up, and we'll do missing pieces.
Yeah,
because my dad's the same. I don't know where he is.
And then he walks through the door, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, actually, if you shut your eyes,
don't even go there, okay? I'm gonna shut my eyes.
I've never seen your eyes open so wide.
I'm
he thought his dad was gonna walk through the door.
You're so mean. I can't believe you would do that to me. I've had enough of the show. I'm going. The show.
Just imagine. Okay, no.
Just imagine if you did do that the way I was all set up. My whole family walks in. No jokes.
Okay, I did some research, but not that much research. That's way too much.
No, then you bring someone in from Russia. My dad's not Russian. Yeah. You're yes, it is.
Like a Samoan or something. You're that's not my dad. But your mum said, plot twist.
Yeah, you're actually half Samoan. Oh my gosh, don't even do that.
Jeez. Okay, I won't do that. I'll remember. I'll write that down. Okay,
so
don't bring in the dad.
Storm,
no, bring it. Storm, don't bring him in. Don't bring him in.
Oh.
Leave him out there. Okay, so your dad's out of the picture. Okay, what about your family and stuff? Because
mum, sister. So like when I was younger, like I said, I was too scared to come out when I was in high school.
Yeah,
so I
let's
used to
talk
just
about
blame
that,
it. When I used to cry, she'd just be like, it's because I'm fat.
What?
Like that was my go-to. I don't know why.
What? Because you were crying? You were crying?
Yeah, because I was crying. But it was actually because I didn't want to come out that I was gay.
But
So
you used that excuse about your...
The war came up and I was like, it's just because everyone's laughing at me because I'm fat and I'm ugly. Like, but really, I was just like,
I like boys.
Yeah.
So when did you know? When did you start to realize?
I feel like I knew after, because in third form, it was towards the end of third form, because we went to the social and I was grinding on the screw and I got a stiffy, so I was like, okay, that was third form.
Yeah.
But then after that, like it just started heading into like me just feeling different. Like, I always knew when I was younger that I was different, but I mean like my, how do I say it? Me being attracted to the boys.
Yeah, like the hormones kicked in and stuff.
It was that thing.
Yeah.
It was just
puberty.
different. Yeah.
And you
it
were
was
like,
a whole thing.
were you starting to like look at boys a bit
different?
different?
Yeah, look at boys.
So,
it was just like, oh my gosh, why am I looking at boys? I'm gay. Help me! I want to burn in hell.
Did you do the first thing where you're like, I'm bi? And
No.
You're like, oh. Were you confused though? Because you used to get like erections
confused.
on the girls?
Yeah, on third form, I was just confused, but I wouldn't say I was bi. Because I didn't know that whole bi, gay, like that whole thing. It was not even a thing. It was never talked about, so I just didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Like I said, and then through high school, I just stayed straight. Doing my thing.
Did you go have girlfriends and stuff?
No, I didn't really get any girlfriends. I just hang around with girls. Everyone just probably knew, but they're just...
Yeah, just is what it is, eh?
It is what it is.
It's not. No one's really going to say anything until you are ready to say something.
Exactly. I'm just glad I didn't get rushed or hiding in high school. Like I stood my ground in high school, so I was
Why
good.
did that happen in your high school?
No, it didn't happen. But when people just like come out of high school and they've either got hiding or something for something that they did.
Yeah.
But like, I just stood my ground and whatever was said. You say I used to get anxiety in the little third forms. When I was older, the third forms used to be like, are you gay? I'll be like, just because they don't know, they don't understand, they're not educated, so they just don't understand asking that could actually, because I used to get like mad anxiety when I was year 13. Like I used to be like really happy-go-lucky, and then as soon as the year 9 starts, they're like, oh, he's gay. I'm like, oh my gosh, get him out of here if I, give him a good hiding. Like, because I'm not. And they're like, just leave him, like it's fine. I'm like, no, just leave him, move him away if I kick him into next week.
It's always the younger
ones.
They
just don't get it.
It's like it's kind of a catch-22 because you want them to be outspoken and speak their mind and all that, but then it's also like, there's a time and a place. And I find that I find the same. Like I've only when I'm out with like my girlfriends and if we're holding hands and stuff, it's always the younger kids that say things. Yeah. They're always just like, are you gay, miss? It's like, oi, 2 chicks holding hands. It's always the younger kids. It's never really like, or you'll get the, maybe like the older generation maybe look down, but they won't really say anything. Yeah. But it's never really like our age. Like our age, I feel, is a bit more like, like, who cares? Exactly. But yeah, it's quite interesting that maybe you're right. It's they're not educated enough. The younger. What about working in a school? Did the students ever say anything? Or? No,
the students don't say anything. I just feel like they're just more respectful because they know if they talk like that to a teacher, they stood down, or they just know the repercussions of the consequences. So yeah, they won't say anything. Because if they do,
detention.
Not even detention. I'll be like, I'm losing my job. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'll behave.
I'm kidding.
Start throwing hands with the students. No, I'm kidding. No, I won't do that. I'm sorry, Principal Pete. I will never do that.
Never ever.
Yeah, love the students. They're really good, especially at Rewa because we hold the gay flag in the air when you drive them.
So much.
They do so much for our people. So yeah, like Rewa's like I feel like Rewa's really inclusive to everything that they do. Like we had a full 1 week assembly just about Pride Month. And so awesome. I had to sit on stage every day and they watched my story.
Oh, really cool.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. But I cried on the first one. But I was lucky I was facing the other way.
Why'd you cry?
Because it brought back memories.
Of
just like trying to help someone in the crowd that's probably doing something that I'm going through. Because, like they're all watching it. So when I was watching, I was like, I hope this helps one person. I don't care if it helps one person in this assembly. Just as long as they know that they are loved. So when I was watching, I was like, oh my gosh, because I did that quite a few years ago. What
was it? What were they watching?
So I did this mini series, I think it was called Weaving Rainbows.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I did a little thing about myself, how I came out, and just how I'm just not even came out. It was just me being who I was.
Yeah,
and people loving me for who I was.
Yeah,
and that because my sister spoke on it and just said that they will always protect me type of thing. So yeah, it was just a whole thing for me. When I was watching, I was like, oh my gosh! But it was cool because the response I got through the whole school was great. Like everyone was coming up to me, they're like, oh, you're so cool, like so brave. So like it was like I said, it helped. Yeah, it went through the assembly.
That's so cool because I find that it's quite funny because, well, it's not funny, but lack of a better word, a lot of people are feeling the feelings. I don't know, well, sounds like what you as well, but for me, you know, like when we're younger and we're trying to, like I was saying, we're trying to suss like everything out, like how we feel, our hormones, our cultural identity, what we want to do when we leave school. And then you add the sexuality thing on top of it where it shouldn't really be a big thing, but it is a big thing, you know, like you're choosing, like a partner is a big thing in life. And that's that depends on who you want to spend the rest of your life with. And I think that if people hear stories of these other people that they can relate to and that are going through the same thing, I think it really saves lives at the end of the day. Because that was like, for me, I didn't know any gay people when I was growing up or anything like that, but just hearing the stories, I was like, oh my God, they're just like me. Like I felt like, you know, there was like a group that I could kind of go into, because there was a group for like, you know, Pacifica and like, you know, like all these different groups. I was like, where's the group for like people that are confused on their sexuality? They didn't really have that in school or anything like that. So what did you talk about in your Weaving Rainbows?
There was 3 sections. So I just talked about my opening as in being a dancer. Then I went into the section where my sister and my 2 sisters came on, and they were just talking to about how they support me and how life has been for me, type vibes. And then at the end, all my friends were just on Mission Bay Beach eating fish and chips, just talking how much they love me and all of that. So like, but it was like I said, it relates back to even like parents have reached out to me to talk to me about their children. And the number one thing I've learned when I was growing up is like hearing the word when you get called gay or faggot, like all of that. When you get called that, it puts it into your head and it makes you believe that you are gay and that you are faggot, even at the age when you don't know who you are. So I feel like that helped towards the way I grew up, if you get what I mean. And people were like, you're a faggot, you're gay. Like it just makes me like, when I'm at the age, I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Like it, you know, I don't know what the feeling is, but it's just like a whole thing.
Did you feel like something was wrong with you?
Yeah, that's when I knew I was definitely gay. I was definitely
because you were affected by it.
Because I was affected, like I was affected by it. Yeah, you're right. And like I said, because when the parent asked me, they're like, yeah, I've got a child that's going through the same thing as you. And then I said to them, just don't, make sure the family don't call him gay or faggot, because that's going to push him, you know, to the edge, because it's not going to help. It's not going to support him. But I just said, just let him be, just support him all the way through. It's not easy.
What do you think helped you?
What helped me was, I went to a performing arts school after I left high school. And there was other transgenders there were other gay people there. And I affiliated with these people. I was like, they're so confident. Like I said, I wasn't that confident after that. I was like, they're so confident with who they are. They're like talking about, I'm going to go to my boyfriend's house. Oh, I'm going to go to this person's house. Oh, I'm like, you know, it's a whole thing for them. And here's me still like, trying to fight it away. Like, you know, it was a whole year. I think I did that whole year still being not gay. Even though I loved hot guys in our class. I'm just saying, like, it was the whole thing. But, like, they were just so confident, comfortable. Shout out to one of my bestest friends. I call her my sister, actually. Amanaki Prescott. She's a beautiful woman, I should say. She supported me through everything. But like I said, even in the last year of drama school, they gave me this bloody freaking script, this scene to play, this character, sorry. The character was this person that hadn't come out yet. So I was like, what the heck are you trying to say here? Like, you know, like so I went on to the stage, like not the stage, the floor to practice this character, and I bursted out of the room crying because I was like, oh my gosh, it like
real close to home.
It was like, too close. I was like, I could just be me. Yeah, I feel attacked. I was like, I'm just playing myself, you idiots. Can't believe you would give me this character.
Do you think they did it on purpose?
I don't know if they did it on purpose, but it definitely helped. It definitely helped because I ran out, and then Naki, like I said, Amanaki was there, and I just cried to her, and I was like, I think I'm gay.
So that was the first person?
Yeah, that was the first person. I was like, Naki, I'm gay. I can't believe it. Like, it was a whole, even though I knew, but she is one of my only friends, like, that would, because, you know, it's I feel like it's bad if you just like, are you gay to someone? Like, it's not it's a really rude question.
Well, it's not like anyone goes up to someone and is like, are you straight?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know?
Because that just causes anxiety all over again. But she had never asked me if I was gay or not. And when I told her, I was like, I'm gay. She's like, baby, I really knew. And then we just started laugh crying. It was those ones. So I was like, I know, but, you know, I couldn't just say it. Like, it was the whole thing. So, yeah, that's when I definitely knew. Like it was again, I told her she was the first person I told.
And did it feel like a weight off your shoulders?
No, definitely. Because then I told my sister, and then after that, I haven't even told Mum. Like I said, me and Mum haven't had a conversation about it. She already knows. Like I just don't feel like it's a thing that we need to have. Like she doesn't have to sit me down. She just said that she loves me always.
So to this day, you haven't actually like said it to your mum. She just is what it is.
It is what it is. Brought a boy home, and then I'm like, "Hey, Mum."
Oh, actually.
Yeah, but it was late at night, and I just walked past her. And then she's just so funny. I'm like, okay, bye. Like, it's no, she doesn't even care. Like, it's
real.
like a...
Okay. So you got a good relationship with your mum then?
Yeah, it's great. I love her so much. So, yeah. She's just like, parents.
She doesn't see gay, straight, whatever. She just sees Elvis, her son, right? And she supports you regardless. Because she comes home and then she's like, because my name's in Tongan's Visi. She's like, Visi, oh my gosh, my work say you're famous. I'm like, what the heck? Who's a work people? Because like she's a cleaner, she's a supervisor, she loves it. Yeah. And she's like, oh, these people show me your videos and you're so famous. I'm like, no, Mum, I'm not famous. If I was famous, I'd buy us a house. Yeah. So stop saying I'm famous. Because I'm famous in New Zealand, maybe. Yeah.
Still trying to pay the bills.
Yeah. Just be like, Mum, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. I'll buy your house, Mum, one day.
Yeah, that's the goal, you reckon?
That's the goal, definitely.
We were just talking about that, Storm and I, this morning. That's like, that'd be the goal, just being able to buy your parents like whatever you wanted, eh?
Yeah.
Wow, mums for us.
Yeah, definitely. Not sad. No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, far out, man. That was such a cool journey that you just talked about. Your like little situation where you were like acting out a scene, but it was just that realization moment, eh? And I think it happens for a lot of people where you just don't realize when it's going to happen. Yeah, but definitely. I think it's so important to not allow yourself to not rush anything in life, because you don't have to rush yourself for what you feel. Like allow yourself to feel everything. Like
definitely.
Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you. Look, we've been going for like 36 minutes, so I'll let you have your hot chocolate and all that.
I think it's cold now. Chocolate.
Your cold chocolate. Well, you can burp all you want, drink that all you want. Yum. But thank you so much for taking the time out.
That's all right.
Is there anything you want to push? What's the next plans? I mean, you said you're going on tour though, right?
No, just follow Mosaic on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
That's our new platform.
What do they do?
Oh, we're just a collective that just likes to push. We just do content and stuff. It is gonna grow, but yeah, that's where we're putting all me and Lancey's videos on there now. So just on that Instagram page, the link is in the bio.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much.
That's all right.
I think you're wonderful, and please keep up the good work. And I just have a feeling that it's going to be a whole lot harder to track you down now. So I'll just take it and run with it. If I need you for like season.
This interview shit, you're like, I need an accent to edit. You know what? Just put it on.
No, it'll be like I'll have to get something from you. But like, sorry, I'm actually in LA with Robin. I'm like, live your best life, sis. Live your best life. But thank you so much.
No, thank you. Thank you.